I want everybody to give a big round of applause for Kristin.
You guys, as you can probably tell, I am so ready and excited for Kwanzaa and Christmas. If you're a kid in the 90s or a fan of the classics, probably always wanted to be Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. And I know, I fantasized about being lost in New York. Set up in a fancy hotel suite, eating all the candy and cookies that I wanted, and being besties with a homeless lady that looked like Susan Boyle. But I think that growing up, I was kind of jealous of Kevin McAllister for the alone time that he got during the holiday season. Because as much as I love my family, sometimes I need my alone time. So I plan my alone time by going on road trips, and when I'm on those road trips, sometimes I see these poorly hand-painted signs on the side of the road, and I instantly think horror movie. And they say things like, honk before proceeding, or definitely not haunted house this way, or yard sale, those kinds of things. And I think, nope, gotta get back on the main road and continue my patrol. I don't say driving anymore because I own a police car. And in fact, many of you may have seen me patrolling around town. And I really enjoy it when people look in the rearview mirror, freak out, put their seatbelt on, slow down, pull over to the side of the road and let me pass. I don't know why they always do that every time I come up behind them. I think some of it might be because I put my spotlight on them and yell out the window, wee. I don't know. When I first got my car, I hated driving it. But now I've come to appreciate some of the advantages. Like, I have a great pickup line for when I tell a guy that I drive a police car. Hey, you want to see the backseat of my police car? It's roomy enough for two, and the seat's made of vinyl. So we can get as dirty as we want, and I can hose it all down later. Or if you're kinky, I scoped out my trunk, and there's space enough for 2, maybe 3 bodies. I don't know, I haven't had any takers yet, so we'll see how that goes. But with the holidays, I can't always get in my car and drive away, so sometimes I'll pack up my running away suitcase and stomp on down the street. And you guys know what the running away suitcase is. It's that suitcase the roller suitcase with the cartoon characters on it that your parents gave you when you're growing up, the family trips, but you really only use when you got punished and you got angry. Put a few favorite toys in there, a couple pieces of candy, and if you thought about it, maybe a jacket. But no wonder your parents never came looking for you when you yelled at them, sobbing, "I'm running away forever!" Never worked. But I was a kid with planning strategies far advanced for my age, so I only packed the essentials. I put a flashlight, sleeping bag, Swiss Army knife, list of emergency contacts, just in case I need to call somebody, my homework. I don't want my grades to be ruined, and my parents being horrible people. And my talk boy, of course, just to make sure I documented all of my adventures and the people that I met along the way. Scratch that. Probably not that. Strangers freak me out, so I don't think I would do that, especially if it's the creepy Tim Curry type characters that Kevin McAllister ran into in Home Alone. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm not complaining about my childhood. I had a pretty good childhood, being that I was an oops baby and a middle child. Not complaining. But some people might say I have middle child syndrome, but I don't really feel like I fight for attention, being that I'm up here on stage performing. But one thing that was really bad about being a middle child is that my parents learned from all the mistakes when they went through all the things with my sister growing up, and I got all the benefits of that experience. So for example, my sister went to college and she had a laptop. But my dad, with all the problems with the laptop, decided that he wanted to convince me that a desktop was a much better option. Little did I know that being the only person in my apartment with a desktop would make me an antisocial hermit. So all my roommates were in the common area with friends on their laptops, instant messaging with boys and laughing, basically living the life. And I was alone in my room, totally isolated, in the dark, somber music, enjoying all the extra power and memory of my desktop. So even with the added power and speed of my desktop, I still have a really terrible problem with procrastination. And sometimes I have so much work to do that I want to do some deep cleaning. Like I'll clean my fridge and my stove and do some vacuuming, dust up the cobwebs. But there are times when I need some help. So I'll call the plumber to help me clean my pipes, or the gardener to help me get my rocks off. And after cleaning, I want to make sure that I give myself a little treat, so I'll call my cook to help me flick my bean. So, I want to make sure I give myself a treat. But I also procrastinate by playing Candy Crush Saga. And I thought playing that game would be a treat, like a mindless distraction, but it ended up being a full-blown addiction. Where it's a lot more stress than the work that I'm actually putting off. My friend, it's gotten so bad that I get the shakes when I run out of lives in that game. And my friends notice, and they think it's low blood sugar or something, so they tell me to have a piece of chocolate. And I yell at them, "Chocolate's the reason why I'm in this mess!" I don't know, I think I need some help, maybe a 12-step program, but I'm scared and concerned that as soon as I get to the 12th step, that they'll add more steps, and then I won't be able to finish. Stressful, it's really stressful. It's not a treat or anything, but a little while ago, people were complaining about Subway giving its customers 11-inch subs instead of their advertised $5 footlongs. I don't get it. It's 1 inch. 11 inches should be plenty. 6 inches is plenty. If you fix a 6-inch just right, it hits the spot. Am I right, ladies? No? Okay. All right. Just for me. Why would a girl go to Subway when she can go to Panera and get sandwiches that look better, taste better, and don't smell funky? Why would you do that? Anyway, some of my guy friends were raving about this thing called a stranger. You guys heard of the stranger? No? So I wanted to see what all the hype was about. So I was in the bathroom one day, and I decided to sit on my hand until it fell asleep. And I was looking around for the thing that might stimulate that experience. Grabbed my toothbrush and started brushing my teeth, but I didn't have control of my hand, couldn't feel anything, and so I got toothpaste all over my face. I gagged, and I had to quit. I don't know why guys love that thing. I didn't enjoy it at all. And maybe that's why strangers freak me out. That's my time.
What's that?
I'm not sure what just fucking happened, but please give a big round of applause for Kristin Austin! I think the problem, it's not really a problem, it's a good thing, with what Kristin says, or what girls are actually doing, and thinking guys just don't want to fucking know about it.